The year 2020 has been a very interesting year for a lot of Americans. Now, some Americans believe that this has been the best year of their lives and they have thrived and been very fruitful and successful. And there's a lot of Americans, some Americans that have said this has been the worst year ever and they just want to move on to the year 2021. The one thing that I want to give you hope on is whether you are a thriver or you have not thrived as much as you wanted to in the year 2020. There's one thing that both a thriver and a non-thriver can actually meet upon and agree upon. It is you can still excel more. We're going to talk about 5 books that you should be reading in 2021 that can retrain your mind to help you achieve the goals and success that you would like in the year 2021. The first book that we're going to talk about today is a book titled Unleash Your Purpose by Dr. Myles Munroe. Now, why should you be reading this book in the year 2021? It's extremely simple. Without a vision or purpose, you perish. There's no starting point at all. What this book does, it really helps you answer some questions. Namely questions like, do you understand or know what your purpose is in life? And are you living up to your full potential? Once you answer these questions, your quest to achieve your goals and attain massive success becomes a lot more clear. The next book that we're going to talk about is a book titled Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, this book teaches you how the rich and the middle class and poor think totally different about a variety of things in the financial space. This book really is going to push you to shift your mind on how you think about taxes, insurance, investing, money. The rich think entirely different than the poor and the middle class. This book is going to show you how they're thinking. The next book that we're going to talk about is a book that's kind of near and dear to my heart because it's actually written by my rich dad. The title of the book is named Be, Do, and Have by Presley Swagerty. Now, the interesting thing about this book is its title tells you exactly what it's going to talk about. The first thing that you have to do is you have to envision where you want to go. Envision where you're going. That's the B part of the title. The second thing you have to do is once you have envisioned that thing, you have to begin to understand what to do to accomplish the vision. That's the do part of the title. And once you understand how to be and do, the natural consequence of that thing is having more. This book teaches you how to think in that train of thought, how to accomplish that entire formula there. The next book that we're going to talk about is a book written by, to me, one of the most brilliant business minds that I've ever encountered in my life. This book is titled Your Next 5 Moves, Mastering the Art of Business Strategy by Patrick McDavid. This book really focuses on the inner entrepreneur. It really takes you out of the classroom and puts you into the real life boardroom. It talks to you about negotiating better, mastering your CEO self, scaling your business. Scaling is pivotal when it comes to building a massive business, becoming massively success. Teaches you how to replace yourself. This book is pivotal because it teaches you those real life in boardroom business skills that's very much needed for you to be successful in this type of economy. This 5th and final book that you should be reading in the year 2021 is a book written by a good friend of mine, and the book is titled Grit Factor by Logan Stout. Now, this book is pivotal for you to read because it teaches you that your worst weakness can be your greatest strength. It teaches you what grit is and how to push through those tough times. Most people fail because they don't stick with a project long enough to achieve success. This book talks about that process of pushing through those failures, pushing through those discouragements, celebrating and then getting back to work, developing that grit, that grind, that push through. This book is going to help you get through those tough times. Proverbs 23:7 states, as a man thinks in his heart, which is really his mind, so is he. So it's safe to say, if you're not happy or feel fulfilled with where you're currently at, change the way you think. You're in a very unique situation right now, which is very beneficial for you. You have 6 individuals that are willing to disciple and or mentor you. The 5 authors of these books and your partner. Let's go get it. And guys, you may also want to look at our previous video talking about assets and liabilities That right there is gonna make you do a double take on that thing. Hey, if you could subscribe to our channel, we wanna make sure that we're giving you guys good, wise counsel so that you guys can do life better. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, Parler, Instagram. We on all those platforms. You know I'm looking fresh, cold, clean, Myles, cold drip. Holla at your partner.